After that, for the next 3 weeks, my anxiety levels were through the roof. I wasn't getting no sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, the image of DopexJay Jr. was popping up into my head. Yeah, how you doing, gang? So you not gonna respond? Just sit there in silence? I can't read your mind, gang. I don't got superpowers. Man, rude, but it's cool though. Anyways, what's y'all biggest fears? You got the usual stuff like spiders, arachnophobia. Some people are afraid of needles. Some people are afraid of young black men. People be scared of heights. Shoot, I'm kinda afraid of heights too, but in a weird way. Like, I'm the type of person that likes looking down from a high ledge and imagining the idea of me plummeting down and smacking the ground. Like ketchup. I be wondering whether my body gonna bounce up like a basketball or hit the pavement and turn into paste. I don't know, something about being so close to death is just thrilling to me, you know? That's probably why I want to go skydiving so bad. The nerve-wracking descent to impending death just does something for me. Speaking of fears, my 3 biggest fears have got to be number 3, the ocean. Something about massive bodies of water be having my chest pumping. 2, you got bees, but mainly wasps. I'm starting to be okay with bees, but if a wasp even flies in my vicinity, I'm hitting 50. I'm telling you, gang, I'm gone. They just be looking so mean, and I'm not trying to get stung repeatedly back to back to back in quick succession. No sir. But my number 1 biggest fear can be summed up in 2 words. I'm pregnant. Oh, no. I don't need to see no mini-me's popping up getting pushed in the stroller talking about some Dada, I love you, Dada. Like, no sir, I don't love you, filthy cretin. I am not your pops. Get away from me before I punch you like a football. Get out of here. Was that too much? Speaking of babies, there was this one time I was cracking buns, and I mean I had wrapped my willy in everything, bust a fat load. And when I pulled out, I realized the magnum had broke. Ooh. So let me put you on. But before I do that, I gotta give a shout out to the newest member of the Dope Gang, my son MBM Ron on IG. And if you wanna become one of the newest members of the Dope Gang and get a shout out, in the great words of Uncle Swayze, I'm from Brooklyn for real. You can buy my friendship. Just hit the Cashapp. It's really that simple. Anyways, where was I? Oh yeah, so boom. One day I'm at home, chilling on my PS4.
Yo, on me. You got me. You better clutch this up. Bro, behind you on the left. Oh my god, your other left, you idiot. You suck.
But then I got a text from my little shorty, and she was asking me if I was trying to come over. Is that even a question? Shorty was my sneaky link, so I already knew what it was. You giving up them buns and I'm sliding, no questions asked, especially since I got the squeeze, throb, pulsate combo wombo. So I transform into the Flash. I get over to her crib in record speed. One thing leads to the next, and next thing you know, we in her bed cuddling. Side note, is it just me or do y'all never know where to put your other arm when y'all cuddling? For me, that should be bent backwards at an unreliable angle. I go to sleep and wake up with all the circulation gone, arm basically dead, feeling OD cold. I'm sorry, I'm chatting utter bull. Back to the story though. So like I said, we was cuddling, but with me, cuddling don't last forever now. If you got your cheeks pressed up on my beef, it'll only be so long before I proceed to rearrange them guts. But before I did that, Shorty pulled out my lollipop and went to town. Shorty turned it to a blow pop, chewed it up, blew a bubble with my shit. Goodness gracious. So in return, I went to work on her taco, had it gushing for me, legs shaking and all. Now that I had it nice and lubricated for my Mack truck deluxe, I whipped out my beefy steak. And I put my gas pump in her tank, if you catch my drift. Like I said earlier though, I don't want no mini-me J Juniors popping out in 9 months time. So I made sure to wrap up my pump before sliding it into that warm, moist, succulent tank. Anyways, I got to put it in work, and the pressure in my gas pump was starting to rise. Then, out of nowhere, her tank started feeling extra moist, extra juicy, extra. And the pressure in my pump reached a critical point. I gave it one more good thrust, and it was clipped. All the gas rushed straight out my pump. But remember, I put a cover over my pump, so there was no way that this supreme gas was gonna be able to get into her tank, right? Wrong. As I slowly pulled my pump out the tank, my heart dropped. It turns out I was putting in a little too much pain because the pump cover was broken. I realized that the reason that it all of a sudden felt so warm and moist earlier was because my pump started making raw contact with her tank. Ooh. I realized that every last drop of my supreme gas went right into her tank. She started the night off on E, and I filled her right up. She had a full tank of gas. Ooh. Yeah, I'm stupid. But word too, if you enjoying the video, drop a like and subscribe. Pay my bills, please. So now we just laying there in bed, exhausted after our hanky-panky, adult hug, two-person push-up, whatever you want to call it. She's just laying in bed, sleeping peacefully, oblivious to the situation, dreaming about rainbows and sunshine and pretty flowers. Meanwhile, I'm over there having a panic attack. I'm in the bed, clutching my chest in the dark, eyes wide open, not getting no sleep. The next morning, she wakes up feeling all refreshed. Meanwhile, I'm still sitting there wide awake. I ain't getting no rest. I had too much on my mind. Once she was up, I made her get ready and took her straight to CVS. I grabbed me a Plan B and slid the cashier 50 bucks. And even though I was dead broke, that was $50 well spent, you heard? I don't care if that Plan B was $300 cash. I was giving whatever I had to get that Plan B. And if I couldn't afford it, I was running up out the store with it. I was getting it by any means necessary. Anyways, I gave her the Plan B, but she was a little confused, a little hesitant to take it. What is this for? You asking all these questions. Don't worry about that, Luma. I don't want this. What I need this for? Ain't you use a condom? Girl, just take the pill. And if I don't, then I'ma slice your neck open. Stop playing. Oh, you think I'm playing? Take the Plan B, cause Plan C is death. After that, for the next 3 weeks, my anxiety levels were through the roof. I wasn't getting no sleep. Every time I closed my eyes, the image of DopexJay Jr. was popping up into my head. Hey Jay, long time no see. Oh, hey, what's good? How you been all these years? You know, life's been really rough as a single mom, but I've been hoping that I could run into you again one day. Run into me? Wow, why you playing with me like that? I don't even play like that, shorty. Well, remember how we were getting it on about 2 years ago? Getting it on? Shorty, I was violating you respectfully. But why? What happened? Well, coincidentally, 9 months after the exact date that you cracked my buns, a baby popped out. Nope, I see what you're doing here. Not gonna happen. Don't even try it. But just look at the baby. He looks just like you. Dada. Life was stressful. I developed severe PTSD and all that, but eventually her coochie started leaking cherry juice, so I knew the coast was clear. The feeling of relief rushed over me, and it felt like a baby-sized weight was lifted off my shoulders. That's not my only pregnancy scare though. One time I heard from someone else that my ex was pregnant with my baby after we broke up, but that's a story for another time.